Then BJ Armstrong also was talking about this, and this is from a podcast called Hoop Genius. BJ Armstrong is either a co-host on Hoop Genius or he's a regular guest on Hoop Genius. I've used their content before, and I want to make sure I give them a shout out. Hoop Genius, go subscribe to them on YouTube if you want to hear BJ Armstrong talk. I love when BJ Armstrong gives breakdown because he really goes into it. A guy who played in the best era of basketball in the 90s, played with the best player in basketball, played with the best co-star and Scottie Pippen, played with the best coach and Phil Jackson. So he got a lot of great perspective, right? Then he was being a front office guy for a team, I think Golden State. And he's also been, like right now, I think he's an agent, right? So he's got so many different perspectives on this. I like to hear him talk about it. This is what he said about the new era of the NBA.
What I don't like about the game, NBA personnel, executives, head coaches, analytic people tell me to my face, Mo, a 2-point shot now is a bad shot. We only want 3 shots. We want the corner threes, layups, okay, or we want to get to the free throw line. I don't understand. All I know is the best players all shoot mid-range shots. So when I go watch the game, there's no more creativity. There's no more imagination. We have basically robots running up and down the court. You run to the three-point line, I run to the three-point line. I'm beginning to question the teachers of the game. I'm questioning everybody now. I'm not going to be mad at the players. This is what's being taught here. We've stripped the players of any type of imagination. It's more fun for me to go watch a pickup game than to watch the NBA right now. No one plays the same exact way in the pickup game. But when you watch an NBA game, everyone plays the same exact way. What?
Man, this dude said he enjoyed, like, listen, these are former players. You know, they would rather not sit here and talk bad about the league that has changed their lives, gave them financial freedom, right? Continue to make money off. I mean, like, he's an agent. He continues to make money off the NBA. They don't want to come out here and say this stuff. This is a cry for help. Like they're very tired of the product on the floor, and they're trying to tell people. Like Kevin Garnett was sitting right in front of Adam Silver interviewing, and he's telling him, "Are we going to bring back defense? Are we going to bring back the hand check?" And Adam Silver was like, "No, that's not a good brand of basketball. It's better to see people run around freely and get shots up. Like, that's more exciting." He really think that defense being 50% of basketball is better left out or better minimized. No, if you like basketball, you like defense as much as you like offense. There was defensive teams that, man, I want to see how this is going to work out, man. You got the New York Knicks, who play a physical brand of defense. They had Anthony Mason, they had Charles Oakley, they had Pat Ewing, they had Charles Smith, they had Derek Harper, who everyone talks about being the best hand check point guard of his era. Great defender. You had John Starks, who was okay as a defender. You had Greg Anthony, who was another great defender. The New York Knicks with Pat Riley was stacked with defenders. They got their points from Pat Ewing. Oakley wasn't a scorer. Charles Smith wasn't a scorer. Off the bench, Anthony Mason was a point forward. So he was somewhat of a scorer. He'd get you 10 to 12 points off the bench, maybe 10 points, maybe. John Starks was Patrick Ewing's number 2 offensive guy. So really that team was built on defense. We want to see if they can stop Jordan. That was a good match to watch. What is the great scorer of Michael Jordan going to do against this great defense in the Knicks? Or what is he going to do against the Pistons? These great defensive. What are you going to do against Portland? All those guys they had. It's good to see that clash. Or even in football, you got a great defense in the Pittsburgh Steelers or the great defense of the Baltimore Ravens playing the Colts with their great offense. How's that going to play out? Who's gonna win? But if everyone is doing the same, if everyone is playing like James Harden, give your best player the ball, spread the floor, set screen, and everybody on defense is going to switch every screen, and then we're going to see that best player go one-on-one with a mismatch. If he can get downhill for a layup or draw a foul, great. If not, step back and shoot a three. Everyone's doing that. It's not fun to watch. Everyone's switching every screen, and everyone's playing 5-man out. Let's get up as many threes as possible. Like, I don't understand how someone sat down and was like, yeah, that's what we want to do. But I think what Adam Silver and everyone else that are agreeing that they want to keep going down this path, they're seeing is that the sponsors and the networks, they're like, look, man, people watching, we getting ratings. Hey, man, keep doing what you do. They don't care that the basketball is suffering as a product on the floor. They don't care that it's suffering, right? Because all they see is the money is growing. Man, hey, they keep giving us money. Fine. And why are they getting such big money right now? Just think about what just happened right before the CBA. Last year or 2 years ago, betting in the NBA became legal. Betting in sports became legal. So Vegas is really heavily involved. Vegas is not in the business of losing money, right? Everyone knows the house always wins. So if Vegas get involved with anything, you already know they're going to win. So if betting is and Vegas is getting involved with the NBA, that lets you know the NBA has got to make sure that they don't lose. What happened when DeJounte Porter, Michael Porter Jr.'s brother that played for Toronto? What happened when he got caught betting on sports? And the way he got caught is because he won a buttload of money. All right. So he won a buttload of money and they investigated him because why? You're not supposed to win. How did you win? So if you win, you get investigated. That lets you know you're not supposed to win. You won $1 million. They went and told the NBA, and the NBA investigated and was like, "Oh, you bet on a game that you were supposed to play in." So so he's suspended for life from the NBA. Vegas and the NBA are in bed together. How the hell is a player going to bet on a game that's legal, win money, and then Vegas tell on them? NBA investigated him and be like, "Yep, we got you. You broke the rules." I didn't even know that was like really. Like it was a game that he was injured, he couldn't play in, and I can't remember what he bet on. He bet on something for his team, but he wasn't playing in the game. And somehow he broke a rule and got banned for life. Right? So that just lets you know Vegas is involved, right? Vegas got a way to make a lot of money, and it's just all connected. The networks is paying them all this big money. Games being rigged. I don't know. Everyone that's involved with the NBA knows that they're going to make their money because they don't have no problem giving $11 billion to the NBA over the next 6 years for a contract, right? That's a lot of money. The money is rolling in. They can care less about the basketball product. We're going to get our money, right? So that's why the basketball is suffering, because no one cares about the basketball. We just care that we can keep this thing going and keep this money generating. Basketball sucks, but the people, there's no competitor. Like if you like basketball and you're addicted to basketball, it could be the worst game in the world. You're still going to watch because you're addicted to basketball, right? So we're going to just keep complaining, but we're going to keep turning in to watch because we can't watch basketball nowhere else. And Adam Silver knows that. You'll be back. There's nothing else for you to do. And everybody that tries to form a new league, like Big Three with Ice Cube, the NBA looking at them like competitors, and they don't even got 5-on-5 basketball. It's 3-on-3. But I think they kind of fear that they could be a Trojan horse, which I hope they are. I hope Ice Cube eventually says, you know what? NBA sucks so bad. This is the perfect opportunity for me to turn the Big Three into 5-on-5 basketball. Turn it into a full-blown league. And then take all of their players that's not under contract. Go get the overseas players. All these players have been trying to get in the NBA, can't get in there. I'll take them and do all of that. But we'll know what happened. Big bank take little bank. NBA got all this partnership with Amazon. Amazon just paid them $11 billion. Nike and TNT and all these people. There's no way they're going to allow another league to come in and take their business because that means they're going to lose money. We just get them $11 billion, and now LeBron plays in the big three. KD left. Like, it's not going to happen. They would try to poison Ice Cube before they let that happen. But my point is this. There's no competition, so they can suck. And there's nowhere else where we can go get 5-on-5 basketball with the best players. So they got us trapped. So that's what's going on. Here's the last thing about this era, and it was Alonzo Mourning on Big Shaq's podcast, and the question was asked, who do you think playing in this era can handle the physicality of the 90s?
I appreciate it.
Yeah. What percentage of NBA players do you think can handle the way that you guys used to work and the way that how physical and how demanding? How many NBA players today? Zero?
Oh, players?
Yeah,
Well,
not regular.
Well, it's a couple that got the end of us, like LeBron and KD and those guys, but new ones, I don't know. Hard to say. Big guys, maybe Joker.
Maybe Joker.
Maybe Joker.
You know what? Giannis.
You think Giannis?
I think just how hard he goes.
He goes hard. Yeah, but you don't think he's too light?
I think he would have. Yeah, I mean, he still takes a beating though.
He does.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, he takes a beating. I think Giannis, man, he's cut up like I was. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I can see that. Giannis.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I'm gonna tell you what. Terry Cummins, Oak, Anthony Mason,
those
Greg
days?
Kite.
Remember those days?
Hey, you let them boys lay that wood on you. They take you out of the air.
They would. Day,
Rick
every day.
Mahorn.
Oh,
I mean, the list goes on.
This is
don't have
regular
that.
season too.
Oh, yeah.
season.
We don't have that no more.
Oh.
We don't have that no more. I mean, those guys, the guys in this area have not felt physicality until they felt those guys.
Wow.
Oh, my God. Buck Williams? Are you kidding me? I mean, come on, man. The physicality of the game back then, it was unreal, which is another reason why I stayed in the weight room, man. I mean, I had to stay strong. Otherwise, they will break you down.
that's
Get you
another
out of
thing.
the air.
That's another thing we do after 3-hour practice is be in the weight room.
Versa climber?
Oh, Versa climbing, curls, and Pat be like, you need to get in the weight room. Like I'm like, nah, I'm going to the crib, eat me a burger.
Hey, listen, my body was.
Shaq lazy, but yeah, you heard Zoe say it, man. He said the physicality, these guys that are playing now don't know that they've never felt physicality yet until they play against some guys that they played against in the 90s. And he named guys that wasn't like the stars. He named Buck Williams, strong guy that played for Portland. Like, these are the dudes Jordan went up against. Buck Williams played for Portland. They had 7-foot Kevin Duckworth. They had Jerome Kersey, another big forward. They had Cliff Robinson, who was a big 6'11", agile power forward. Like, they had some big old dudes. And then Terry Porter, great defender, right? Then you got Drexler. He was empowering. Like, they weren't no small dudes, right? I mean, he talking about Buck Williams. He talking about all those type of guys. Strong country boys. The Davis brothers in Indiana playing with Rick Smits and Derek McKee and Reggie Miller and Mark Jackson. I mean, you gotta be ready for this. These dudes were strong and was knocking you around, right? This is why the European bigs, when they came in the league, they had to bow down because they were being so physical with them, punching them, smacking them, throwing them around, talking about their mama. They ain't never seen nothing like that. So if they wasn't ready for the physicality on one end, and then on the other hand, they wasn't ready for the psychological warfare that they was playing, it was a learning curve. It was a learning curve for those guys, right? That learning curve don't exist no more because they took that aggression out. It's almost like if you got zoo animals in the cage, but you done shot them up with all types of dope to kind of make them just docile, right? You got some lions and they all doped up. You done took their teeth. You done took their teeth in and you declawed them. Imagine a lion with no claws, no canines, right? And he on drugs, half sleep out there. And then you throw a hyena in there. And then you say, man, these hyenas right here are better than the ones in the jungle because the one in the jungles get ate. Like, they can't get ate. The lions ain't got no teeth. They ain't got no claws. And they on drugs. That's what the Lions of the NBA is now. The rules are a leash for them, and it's drugs. The fact that they can't put their hands on nobody and be physical is taking their teeth and their claws away. So you got a bunch of gazelles out there who ain't physical, who can't mess with a lion, out there just dancing around, running all through the paint, throwing layups up, laughing. You can't touch me. You can't touch me. You can't catch me. I'm the gingerbread man. All of this crazy stuff, right? You got them just running around free, and it's because you changed the rules so they can't put their hands on them, and you drugged them because everything is a flagrant now. So yeah, that's why the gazelles are ruling the NBA. That's why the NBA looks so trash. Physicality don't exist no more, man. So, and Zoe, he said, man, he didn't name a lot of people. He said Giannis, he said Jokic. It's not a lot of people that he, and he said the guys that, that got a little piece of the physicality, like LeBron, they came in, toward the tail end of it, but it turned into something totally different with these new guys, man. So he was like, man, these new guys, man, I don't know how many of them can handle it, man. I mean, the way Ja gets to the rim in the half court, I don't think it's going to happen when you got Derek Harper hand checking you all the way up the floor, 94 feet. And when he hand check you, his hand, they said his hands was as big as a center's. And he'll put that hand right in your hip and squeeze it where he got a hold of you, where he can kind of remote control you. Right. So he got his hands almost grabbing your hip like a claw, got a good grip on it, and he's controlling you where you can go. And he was able to do that all the way up the floor while you're trying to dribble. And you got to spin and spin. You got to go and spin and then come back and zigzag your way up the court just to get it up half court. And then when you get it up half court, you got to give it up to someone on the wing who got a live dribble, who can triple threat, because now you can protect the ball better. But when you're trying to get in that offense and you got your back turned because you done zigzagged all the way up court and you got that live dribble, now what you gonna do? How you gonna get in that offense? You got to get that ball up. And that's why it was important for that post player to be in the post, because that's a 7-footer that's not gonna get pushed around. And when you throw the ball in him, it's like a relief valve. You get the ball to the wing, you throw it right to Patrick Ewing in the post, and now your offense is started, because now either Patrick Ewing is going to get that jump hook off or a fadeaway, or the double is going to come, and now we can start passing that ball around and making that defense scramble and rotate. But Ja Morant coming up court and getting a screen and then and getting a easy path to the lane for a layup or a dunk, nah, that ain't happening. That's not happening. So how is Ja Morant going to look like a superstar when he's not getting free rim runs to the rim with a wide open lane and no 7-footer down there? It's not going to happen. But yeah, you probably would disagree with bringing back the hand check, but why wouldn't you? Why wouldn't you bring back the hand check? If you want physicality and defense to be back in the league, it'll make it better basketball. Like, defense is part of basketball. Why do y'all not want it? Defense is part of basketball. Why wouldn't you want it? Hey, Michael, I'm glad you said that, man. I've been looking for somebody to block tonight. I'm glad you said that. Go to another channel, ho. Go find you another channel, ho. Yeah, let's get him up out of here. Oh man. All right, man. That's it, man. That's all I wanted to get on, man. 3.5 hours, man. I gave y'all. I'll probably go live again. I got 4 more topics I want to do tomorrow. Y'all let me know what time y'all want me to go tomorrow, man. So yeah, the hand lets you control. Well, not everybody can control the offensive player. Not everybody had those type of hands. But yeah, it lets you control the player, and it's going to make you play smarter offense. Like it automatically, it automatically makes the offense play more honest and more smart, and it automatically brings the post game back, and it automatically brings the mid range game back. Everything that's missing from the NBA automatically comes back when you bring defense back. The only reason why all these things can happen the way it's happening in the NBA because you took defense away. So when you bring defense back and you bring physical defense back, they have to play the game a certain way in order for it to work. Then you have to hire coaches that know how to coach that way. And then all these analytic guys go somewhere else. They go to baseball or hockey or wherever the hell they go. But they can get out of our sport. Right? Then you get rid of them. And then the NBA media starts to call the game the way it's supposed to be called. And the NBA media will start rewarding guys that plays defense. And then guys like Luka will not be getting all this praise because he doesn't play defense. Like, so we'll start making the main thing again. Right? So that's how that will work out. But I'll catch y'all on the next live, man, probably tomorrow. I appreciate y'all for hanging out with me. Appreciate all the super chats and all the comments and all the phone calls. But other than that, man, I'll catch y'all on the next one. Peace.